For most of us, purchasing a vehicle is the second biggest decision we'll make after buying a home. The pressure of making the right decision can turn an exciting experience into a nightmare. Thankfully, you can leave the worries behind and save thousands of dollars along the way. Meet Sandra. She needs to replace her car, which she bought from a dealership a few years ago. She called banks to find the right financing and spent weekends finding her dream machine. It was fun, but finding the exact model and colour was a hassle. Once she'd found it, Sandra paid retail price, including 10% GST, and repaid her personal loan and vehicle-related expenses with income that had already been taxed. This time round, she wants to try something new. Recently, she heard about Novated leasing from her colleague John, who used Smart Leasing for his lease. He said Smart Leasing handled the entire process for him. They sourced the car, secured funding for it, and it came with comprehensive insurance, fuel cards, and roadside assistance. Plus, Smart Leasing took care of selling his old car. As he explained, Novated leasing is about convenience and savings. First, Smart Leasing can pass on huge discounts thanks to volume buying. Second, she doesn't pay GST on the purchase price when the vehicle is purchased from a motor dealer. Third, most of her lease-related expenses like fuel and maintenance are taken out of her salary before it's taxed. Fourth, she has a qualified mechanic on her side who pre-authorises maintenance and service, meaning she won't pay for unnecessary work. These savings add up quickly. Sandra can save thousands of dollars every year. Plus, she doesn't have to worry about out-of-pocket expenses. With Smart Leasing, she doesn't have to pay a deposit, and her payments and related expenses come straight from her salary. Flexibility is also important. If she chooses, Sandra can source her own vehicle and choose from new or second-hand models. And there are no work-related kilometre requirements. She can use her car as she pleases. Further, she's not locked in. If she leaves her job, she can transfer the lease to her new employer or pay it off with a standard finance lease using after-tax dollars. Once the lease term is up, she can refinance, pay out the lease, or get a different car. And for her peace of mind, Sandra knows from the beginning how much she will have to pay at the end of her lease because the residual value is set by the financer according to ATO guidelines. Sandra only needs to think about a few things. What car she wants, how much she can afford to pay on her lease per month, and how long she wants the lease to be. For example, Sandra's gross salary is $65,000. She's comfortable spending around $900 per month on her car lease and would like to keep her car for 4 years, estimating she'll drive 10,000 kilometres per annum. For $900 a month, or $10,800 per year, including all expenses such as fuel, insurance, finance, and maintenance over 4 years, Sandra is looking at a $25,000 car. Now, because of Novated leasing, she can save money on her vehicle's lease because she'll only pay taxes on part of it. Estimated that she drives 10,000 kilometres per annum, the ATO rules say that 20% of the vehicle's base cost must be paid with after-tax dollars, while the balance of her annual lease package is tax-free, which saves her over $1,500 a year. And to help Sandra make sure she's getting the right rate, Smart Salary will alert her of her driving patterns throughout the year. To find out more about how a Novated lease might help you save money, visit smartleasing.com.au or call 1300 144 873.